विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्वेताश्वतरा उपनिषत् चैप्टर 2 मंत्र 10। समे शुचौ शर्करा वह्निवालुका
समे शुचौ शर्करा वह्निवालुका
विवर्जिते शब्दजलाश्रयादिभिः
विवर्जिते शब्दजलाश्रयादिभिः
मनोनुकूलेन तु चक्षुपीडने
मनोनुकूलेन तु चक्षुपीडने
गुहानिवाताश्रयेण प्रयोजयेत
गुहानिवाताश्रयणे प्रयोजयेत
नीहारधूमार्कनिल अदिताने ओके नीहारधूमार्कनिलाननानाम्
नीहारधूमार्कनिलाननानाम्
कद्योतविद्युत्स्फटिकशशीनाम्
कद्योतविद्युत्स्फटिकशशीनाम्
एतानि रूपाणि पुरःसराणि
एतानि रूपाणि पुरःसराणि
ब्रह्मण्यभिव्यक्तिकराणि योगे
ब्रह्मण्यभिव्यक्तिकराणि योगे
पृथिव्यप्ततेजो निलखे समुत्थिते
पृथिव्याप्ततेजो निलखे समुत्थिते
पञ्चात्मके योगगुणे प्रवृत्ते
पञ्चात्मके योगगुणे प्रवृत्ते
न तस्य रोगो न जरा न मृत्युः
न तस्य रोगो न जरा न मृत्युः
प्राप्तस्य योगाग्निमयं शरीरम्
प्राप्तस्य योगाग्निमयं शरीरम्
लघुत्वमारोग्यमलोलुपत्वम्
लघुत्वमारोग्यमलोलुपत्वम्
वर्णप्रसादस्वरसौष्ठवं च
वर्णप्रसादस्वरसौष्ठवं च
दण्डशुभो मूत्रपुरीशमल्पम्
दण्डशुभो मूत्रपुरीशमल्पम्
योगप्रवृत्तिं प्रथमां वदन्ति
योगप्रवृत्तिं प्रथमां वदन्ति।
We have seen until this mantra. Just to recap, Shvetashvatara Upanishad belongs to Krishna Yajurveda, and this Upanishad has 113 mantras spread across 6 chapters. So we have seen the first chapter, and we will end the second chapter today, and we will start the third chapter. These 2 chapters are very important because in these 2 chapters itself the main Upanishadic message is contained. The rest of the chapters starting from 3rd until 6th is the repetition of the same idea of this Upanishad and any other Upanishads also. So very important thing what we learnt in the first chapter is, may you have the discriminatory factor as Viveka very important in spiritual life. What was that line? Prutagaram preritaram cha प्रेरितारं च पृथक् मत्वा पृथगात्मानं च प्रेरितं मत्वा was the important line. First, may you differentiate or bifurcate, have viveka between atma and anatma. Every transactions of ours should have this line. This is the motto. May you differentiate. Having differentiated the uttama prakriti and or para prakriti and apara prakriti, may you invest time in para prakriti, that is nirguna brahma. And the example was given as maya in the form of brihat chakra, a giant wheel, and a flowing river we saw. And very important concept is in the 9th mantra of the first chapter, the jivas or the jiva is not born because of Brahma. Brahma will not, the Chaturmukha, sorry, when Nirguna Brahma will not create jivas, or the other way, the Ishvara, Saguna Ishvara or the God will not create the jivas. Jivas are anadi. 6 things we saw, which is anadi. If you remember, you will also become anadi, though you are. Jiva is anadi, Ishvara is anadi, Shuddha Chaitanyam is anadi, Maya is anadi, Avidya is anadi, and the differentiation between these two are anadi. Apart from this, there can't be any 7th one to make it anadi. This is enough. Then you might get it out. 6 things are anadi, means infinite. Then 6 things are reality. If Jiva is anadi, Brahma is anadi, Maya is anadi, the differentiation between all these, whatever, if 6 things are there, it has to be Satyam. We say Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, but if Brahma is Satyam, Maya is also Satyam, then it became 2 things. If Jiva is also Satyam, how do you understand this 6 things as anadi? Until now we did not get this doubt only. Now we are getting. How do you say?
When we get the jnana, all this will end. Like
all these are
The Adhishthanam is only Brahman.
Correct.
Then through Vikshepa Shakti you can have names and forms which come and go.
Correct. One way is Adhishthanam is Brahman. Though all the 6 are anadi, you should say Brahma Satyam, all these 3 are Mithya. It doesn't have the reality of its own, isn't it? The Adhishthanam being Brahman, all the other 5 doesn't have an Adhishthanam or the substratum of its own. It seems so. That is why when we say Brahman creates the Jagat, as it were appears as Jagat. Actually, it is not there. It is appearing as Jagat. The dream is appearing on the Adhishthanam of the waker. The dream doesn't actually exist. It is appearing. If dream is exist, then dream prapancha is a satyam, waker prapancha is a satyam. From the standpoint of waker, I am telling. Both are mithya at the standpoint of paramarthika satyam. So whenever we say these 6 are anadi, first Brahma alone is anadi. Sorry, Brahma 6 are anadi. Brahma is a satyam. The rest all is mithya. That you should understand. That was very important mantra in the 9th shloka we saw. And in the 2nd chapter, the yoga philosophy or yoga abhyasa, not philosophy, yoga abhyasa was taught to make our mind purified, make mind more focused, and to understand the concept of the 1st chapter. In that, the yoga abhyasa, yoga phalam was being seen. How to sit, all in the 10th chapter, or Gita 6th chapter, we know control of prana, regulation of our activities, food, sleeping, everything. And the phalam was told in the 11th mantra of the 2nd chapter, how the yogi experiences the extraordinary phenomena, powers, which we normal people can't see in the day-to-day activities. He could see mist, which is already there now outside, but he sees this kind of a mist in April, but we can see only in Kartika Masa or Dhanurmasa. So all these extraordinary things a yogi could see. That comes because of the practice of yoga. And in the 10th mantra, the procedure of sitting, how to sit, what to do after sitting, all those was told, which we saw. In the 12th mantra, the phalam of yoga abhyasa, that he will have a long life. He can extend his life till 100, 200, 300, or whatever time he wants. If you are a Siddha, you can extend it to 3000 years. If you are a Maha, that is, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ದ If you are a Maha, andre you should know. If you are a Maha Avatar Babaji, then you can extend it to 2500 years and have a youth always. That also you can know. What they are doing in 2500 years, I don't know. They say they are protecting the world, they only know. Anyways, so these are the things which will come as a phalam in yoga abhyasa. And in the 13th mantra, very important mantra we saw in the last session, body becomes very light and you have a long life, arogya, healthy life. And alolupatvam, the distraction won't be much. Alolupatvam means distraction at the mind level, distraction at the sense organs level. If mind and sense organs are distracted, naturally body also will say, let us go out, have a walk and come, or let us take a vehicle and go and come. We just will chill, will relax. These are the things will happen when mind and body, the sense organs are restricted. Alolupatvam. Here lolupatvam means distraction. Alolupatvam means no distraction. Varna prasadaha. Yoga Sharira will have a beautiful complexion. Varna prasadaha can be seen with any sadhana also. In many years of sadhana, the mind gets purified. Even mantra japa, dhyana, parayana, all the religious activity, especially yoga and the other subsidiary factor will help us in having Varna prasadaha, complexion, the skin texture becomes changed. Swaras saushthavam cha, sweet voice. Though the spouse might say, what is your voice? But after doing yoga, this voice becomes very sweet, melodious, you can hear. And because the throat is clean, because of the pranayama, yoga, everything, the abhyasas, sweet is very nice. Sweet is very nice. Voice is very nice. Gandha shubhaha. From the sharira, you will have a very good perfume smell. Idella thiruppi extend panna vendum. Mutra purisha malpam. Because of the less habits of less eating, the waste also goes very less. Yoga pravrittim prathamam vadanti. This is the direct benefit. In the 12th mantra, it was an indirect benefit of long life. 14th also we saw, I think. Anyways, we just saw. We will read and then we will continue. Yathaiva bimbam hridayopalaptam hridayopaliptam.
Yathaiva bimbam hridayopaliptam.
Yathaiva bimbam hridayopaliptam.
Yathaiva bimbam hridayopaliptam.
Tejomayam bhrajate tatsudhantam.
Tejomayam bhrajate tatsudhantam.
Tadvatmatattvam prasamikshya dehi.
Tadvatmatattvam prasamikshya dehi.
Ekakritartho bhavate vitashokaha.
Ekakritartho bhavate vitashokaha.
You can change the meter also, I think. When Saddarshana meter, I think this is. Yathaiva bimbam hridayopaliptam. Tejomayam bhrajate tatsudhantam. Tadvatmatattvam prasamikshya dehi. Ekakritartho bhavate vitashokaha. Chanagide, we will maintain this. Ramagita also, a few shlokas were like this. Okay. So we had seen this. Now, until 13th mantra, everything is fine. Yoga is fine. Abhyasa is fine. The phalam is actually great. We all can inspire. Such experiences, let it come and let it go also. But if you want to ask the question, can these abhyasas give you aham brahmasmi akandakara vritti? Then a question mark. It cannot give. It is only required for purification of the mind. If purification of the mind is required, it actually need not be yoga. Any simple mantra japa can also help, isn't it? Or any simple parayana can help. Kamalaja Daitashtakam can help. Aditya Hridayam can help. Vishnu Sahasranamam can help. Not all, any one of them. Then if I say keep on telling the list, then you will read all the stotras. You will start from 6 and evening 6 you will complete. Then you will say no time for Vedanta. Any one of them. Simple puja is sufficient. You need not have a specific prayer apart from the limited prayer. The Upanishad study itself, we have seen a number of times, the Upanishad study itself can help us in purification. We should know the Lakshyam. Lakshyam means what? What is the goal? Goal is what? Moksha. Moksha is knowing the mind real nature. To that, Shastra is very important study with the help of Guru. Everything is in the thought form, so I should have a container which is clean. That container is the mind. Mind is nothing but Sukshma Sharira, which has the baggage of many janmas. To clean this purification or seemingly purification, next mantra bharate. You cannot say, I will tell that time. To have a purified mind, you can only purify sufficiently to some extent. So more sadhanas is unnecessary. Some sadhana with limited measure is fine. 12, 13, 14, 15 years of 2 decades of yoga abhyasa will be helpful, but it will not give you the main requirement that aham brahmasmi akandhakara vritti. 20, 30 years of japa sadhana will not help you giving akandhakara vritti. Then what it is required? That so much amount of time spending itself is not required. 20 minutes in a day, which I have told, 20 minutes is more than enough. Any one Sahasranama, be it Vishnu Sahasranama or Lalita Sahasranama, whichever God you like, that Sahasranama itself will have 15-20 minutes, more than enough. Devatarchana Puja, little bit fine. We have to invest time in thinking in all this, because many people do sadhana, which is good, but giving less importance to Vedanta is unfortunate. How many of you studied Shvetashvatara Upanishad during this 1 week? I don't know. But how many of you did japa? See, that is there. Hey, I am one. Isn't it? The importance given to this means we have to give importance to this study, but we want to give importance to something else. Something else means what? Here I gave a test in the ashram. Atma Bodha was taught, completed. Then I said, you all have to memorize. Who? All the people here in the ashram. Because in Shankaracharya temple has come 5 times Atma Bodha Parayana we do in front of Shankaracharya. And many other things, Upanishad, other Prakarana Granthas, everything. And I said, you should all memorize. Three steps are there. First step is memorization. Second step I will tell, because you passed the first test. Out of 5, only 2 passed after putting lot of effort. And you, including you also, people here and you does sadhana for many years. One mantra japa you keep on repeating. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. That becomes a habit. But if you want to repeat Atma Bodha shlokas by heart, it is very tough. Because mantra, you need not think. Your mind can be in the office or wherever. The lip service can be doing Om Namo Narayanaya. But here in the mantra chant, in the memorization, it is not so easy. Though we have interest in Vedanta, but why the mantras are not coming so easily? The memorization. I have been doing lakhs of mantra japa. What is the importance now? Memorizing this Atma Bodha or any Vedanta, or doing mantra japa, being a Vedantic student. that jnana vritti should be there. I am not saying that mantra japa is not required. 2.5 hours of spending time with mantra japa, that 2.5 hours if you can spend in memorizing and knowing the tattvam is far more important, because that itself is moksha, that itself is jnana nishtha, isn't it? We keep on doing shuddhi and we go out and then get all the kalmasha and come. And again next day 2.5 hours shuddhi, go out 8 hours, get contaminated and come. 2.5 hours shuddhi, 8 hours contamination. Little bit of Vedanta study. This Janma it is not enough. So until that Jnana Nishtha happens means what? Once I only have to do it. I have to change my lifestyle. Whatever amount I was doing sadhana, that sadhana has to be Jnana, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. If we are continuing doing our prayers, then it is unfortunate that we lose our Janma. It has to be there, more focus has to be given to Vedanta. But many people can't accept or digest this thought itself, what I am telling. Because in few places, in few mathas, the Orthodox Swamis say invest more time in sadhana. And here I am telling invest less time in sadhana. Swami, we have to respect you, we have to respect there. Or Amma கேட்டாங்க எனக்கு, இது பண்ணணும் அது பண்ணணுமா, அது பண்ணுங்க சொன்னேன், எது பூஜையே பண்ணுங்க. Because this doubt itself should not come. If we have studied Vedanta for so many years, after 8 Upanishads, still you have doubt, sadhana பண்ணணுமா ஸ்ரவண பண்ணணுமா கேட்டா என்ன சொல்றது, அதே பண்ணுங்க. You should hand over that person and to that organization. Very important. I am taking time because all these yoga abhyasa practices are fine, but you can never get aham brahmasmi vritti jnana. 1 million years of japa you do, 1 million years of yoga abhyasa you do, this aham brahmasmi vritti jnanam will not come. That is why Shankara in Brahma Sutra refuted all the Siddhantas. In Brahma Sutra 213, Yetena Yoga Prayuktaha, he refutes the sutra. Yetena Yoga Prayuktaha, he refutes Sankhya and thoroughly he refutes yoga. You have to see that Bhashya. He becomes the Purva Pakshi and praises the Yoga Siddhanta. He quotes this mantra there. All the Shvetashvatara Upanishad mantra he quotes, and as a Siddhanti he condemned this mantra also. For Abhyasa, fine. For how long, he asks? For how long? Who should decide how long? You alone should decide. Isn't it? So one should be very careful. Yoga Abhyasa is required, yes. Sadhana is required. How long and how much? The quantity and quality one has to only measure. So these abhyasas cannot become a pramana for jnana. It can be an abhyasa. Yoga or any sadhana can never become a pramana for knowledge. Pramana means the validity of knowledge can only be through Shastra Chintana, that is Vedanta, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Now in the 14th, 15th, 16th and 17th mantra, the stress for jnanam is highlighted. We saw this in the last class. What is that? Yatha bimbam mrudayopaliptam. I said mrudayaha, there is no word. Mruda is there. So since it is a Vedic usage, it is fine. We have to understand it as mruda. Yatha, just as bimbam. Bimbam means murti, idol, is contaminated with mrud, that is mud. Upaliptam, it is covered. We see for many janmas or many centuries back, few of the murtis would have gone underground. Now they are saying Ganapati is found there, Shivalinga is found there, especially in Tamil Nadu they say Nandi is found, that is found. Who knows? It can be reality, or this person itself would have kept one Shivalinga, just you made the Shivalinga ready today. This person and dig the underground, kept it. After 1 year, he took it back. And the archaeological team and came, it is so 1,000 year old. 1,000 years old. And because it came in the paper, people also do like that. There are treasures underground, I am not saying no. Bharat Desha is full of temples. But people, because this has become now very often, if you see any forward messages or any newspaper, this Vigraha is found there, that Vigraha is found there. Anyways, so when the Murti is underground, filled with mud, Mruda Upaliptam, what the actual nature of the Murti is not coming out. That we can see in our ashram also. When the construction was happening in the Shankara temple, Nandi is the one which got affected very much. Pavam Priya Ukandradar. All the sand, dust, tiles, everything was, Nandi was totally gone. Mruda Upaliptam. And in the temples also, we have the habit of oiling the Murti every Saturday. So we oil. So after that we do Abhishekam. So that oil and the outside dust and the Abhisheka Dravya goes and have a contact with the Murti, the stone. So naturally a kind of layer gets formed. So kind of Murti is here, the formation is until here. We think this is also Murti. Perside. This person will say, Nevedya ಸಾಪ್ಟು ಪೆರ್ಸಾಯಿಡ್ಚು ಮೂರ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಮರಮಂಡೆ ಅದು ಇದಪ್ಪ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಅದು ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ದಪ್ಪ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಅದು ಕೊಳೆ. ಅದು ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು the temple, any of the temples here, they only say in Arunachaleshwara 6 times Abhisheka they do. Think the amount of dust from outside and the dravyas which falls on Murti, they don't clean. There is no time for them to clean because 6 times puja and so many crowd, how will they clean? Only once a year Kartika Deepam they clean. And they take tons of dust which is inside the Garbhagruham and throw it out. So much, this thick layer of Panchamrutam on the Avdiyar, on the Padipitam. So what I am telling you, that is not the Tatparyam. Just as Bimbam Hridayopaliptam, it is covered with lot of dust, but what is its real nature? Tejomayam tat bhrajate sudhantam. Again sudhantam, there is no word I had told. Sudhautam was there. Sudhautam means for washing the clothes it is called as sudhautam. Vastram sudhautam. For washing in Sanskritam is called dhautam, sudhautam. So you change the word sudhantam, let it be there in brackets, sudhautam. Tejomayam bhrajate tat sudhantam. The dull vigraha which was contaminated with all these external factors, once you take it out and water it out, it becomes very fresh. Similarly, tattva in the same way, atma tattvam dehi prasamikshya. Dehi, very important word. Dehi means what? I am the Jivatma having this body. That is samsara. Actually, he should say, I am Jiva with the body. But he says, I am Jivatma in the body. And in the body, he makes us, I am the body. Jivaha is nothing but Brahma. He should have this knowledge. I am Jivaha, who is none other than Brahma. I am having the body. But he forgets that and says, I am in the body. And later on he says, I am the body. That is why Dehi. Dehi Prasamikshya. Prasamikshya means he relooks himself. Just as the Murti was washed and brought it to its glory, the shining glory, Tattva Atma Tattvam. Here Atma means Jivatma. The Jivatma looks himself, Prasamikshya. With what does he looks? He looks himself in the mirror. What is the mirror? Shastra Darpana is the mirror. He relooks himself. He purifies himself with Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, with Shravana Manana. He cleanses himself. He removes the samsara coating, the gold coating of samsara. He removes. He cleanses. Every day he has to cleanse like this morning, not session after session, every day. Whether session is there or not, you should cleanse yourself in the morning with these mantras. Prasaviksha dehi yekaha kritartho bhavati. Bhavet is there, you have to change it to bhavati. Yekaha kritartho bhavati vitashokaha. So he becomes yekaha, non-dual. Until now he thought himself as Aneka Jivaha, he is one among the lot. But after this Prasamiksha, relooking about himself, doing introspection, just as in the company they do the monthly review or yearly review, like that he has to review himself every day. After reviewing, he becomes Kritartaha. He says, I don't need any promotion. I am happy with the role what the boss has given. He has to say, Kritartho bhavati. There is nothing more to achieve in life. You can tell the same thing to boss also. There is nothing to achieve in the life. This yearly targets is all mithya. Kritartho bhavati, kritakrityo bhavati. Then the boss will also say, you will also not get anything. You are hired now. That is also mithya. You should smile and come. Isn't it? Yekaha kritartho bhavati vitashokaha. Vitashoka bhayakrodaha stitadir muniruchyate. Gita.
Vitaraga bhayakrodaha.
Vitaraga bhayakrodaha. Okay. Shoka, roga. Vitaraga bhayakrodaha stitadir muniruchyate. So he has no more regrets, no more complaints. When after knowing this jnana, after knowing also Swami, I am having little complaints in my life. Some concerns are there with my spouse, if you say. I can't help. That jnana has only been jnana, it is not been jnana nishtha. Until you say, I know Vedanta, but yet that if comes, it is only at the Shravana level. Nishtha has not happened. The day you stop but and if, then you are a jnana nishtha. You are a jnani. The jnana has already gone inside. ஆமா தெரியறது ப்ராக்டிக்கலா ஒண்ணுமே ப்ராக்டிக்கல் ஒன்று இருக்கு. இது இருக்கு ப்ராக்டிக்கல்ல இல்லப்பா, இருக்கிறத ஒண்ணுதான் ப்ராக்டிக்கல் இருக்கே. நீங்கள் எப்படி சொன்னாலும் இப்போ 75-80 வயசுக்கு எல்லாமே இது இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ண முடியாது சுவாமி. மற்ற எப்போ பண்ணுறேன்? 5 வயசில் கேட்டால் இப்போதான் வெளியில் வந்திருக்கேன், அம்மா வயசுலேருந்து வெளியில் வந்திருக்கேன், இருங்க கொஞ்சம் லைஃப் என்ஜாய் பண்ணுறேன். சரி 20 வருஷத்துக்கு கேட்டால் இப்போ கல்யாணம் ஆகட்டுமே, 30 கேட்டால் குழந்தை பிறக்கட்டுமே, 40 கேட்டால் வேலை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேனே, 50 கேட்டால் பேரன் பிறக்கணுமே, 60 கேட்டால் ஷஷ்டப்தி ஆகணுமே, 70 கேட்டால் இப்போ இல்லை 70 வருஷம் ஆயிடுச்சு. இப்போ தான் நமக்கு நீங்கள் சொன்ன வார்த்தை எதுவுமே புரியாது இல்லையா? 80 கேட்டால் எம்மா கூப்பிட்டுன்னு இருக்கா, போயிட்டு வாங்க, அவ்வளோதான் சொல்லணும். This moment we have to drop the idea. If not now, never. இல்லையா? This moment. One person, Amma, senior Amma from Chennai, she knows Vedanta, she has studied Vedanta from Valenasapur Swami, his Shishya, and she was in Bangalore and then Malleshwaram, now settled in Chennai for almost 20-30 years. She regularly calls me once a week and then says, Swami, please care. Every time she tells, before keeping the phone, என்ன சொன்னாலும் சுவாமி வேதாந்தா தான் அது ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். எவ்வளோ எல்லாம் நல்லா பேசி பிரம்ம சத்தியம் ஜெகன் மித்யா இந்த உலகத்தில் இவ்வளோ எல்லாம் ஆயின்ட்டுருக்கு, அதெல்லாம் ஆயின்ட்டுருக்கு, ஆமாம் கரெக்டு தான். கடைசியாக என்ன சொல்கிறான்னா ரொம்ப கஷ்டம், அது ப்ராக்டிக்கலாக பண்ண முடியாது. ஏன்னா என் சிஸ்டருக்கு உடம்பு சரியில்லை, அப்படி தான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவேன். அது ஃபஸ்ட்டே சொல்லி அப்புறமா சொல்லியிருக்கலாம் இல்லையா? பிரபஞ்சம் மித்யாவா, சிஸ்டருடைய பெயின் சத்தியமா எப்படி இருப்பாரு? Prapancham, the activities happening in the Prapancham is Mithya it seems. Her sister's body pain is Satyam it seems. And slowly what happens, it comes to her body pain also. That is all fine, my body pain is there, you know. And Dhanurmasa has started, very cold, you know. This is Satyam. This is practical religion, this is practical Vedanta. If we will close the book after 8 o'clock or 7:30 and then you start, all Vaida comes. Very tough. So Vita Shokaha, the one who knows and who abides means what? One for him who has become a Jnana Nishtha, for him no more concern. Kritakrityo bhavati. Anyways, 15th mantra. That is why Hastamalaka, one of the disciples of Shankaracharya, they say in one of the stories, he was a Brahma yogi in his previous Janma, it seems. In the few Digvijayas of Adi Shankaracharya, Hastamalaka was a Brahma yogi. Some Brahma yogi's Atma came in his Sharira, that is why he was always in the Yoga Avastha, Samadhi Avastha. So one of the Acharya who reviews the biography says, Shankara wanted to refute that kind of a Siddhanta. He was always in that Yoga Samadhi, Yoga Sthiti state, but he could not know what is that state. So he had to Acharya made him be an informed person by giving Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam. Then he knew what that Sthiti was. Only yoga, it will not help. Only sadhana won't help. Just eating sambar sadham will not help. You need some side dish, like that it is also. So very important. So you have to purify, yes, but that purification itself is not the end. You should take bath, but you cannot be in bathroom whole day saying that purification. You have to come out one day. 15th mantra. Yadatmatattvena tu brahmatattvam.
Yadatmatattvena tu brahmatattvam.
Deepopameneha yuktah prapashyet.
Deepopameneha yuktah prapashyet.
Ajam dhruvam sarvatattvair vishuddham.
Ajam dhruvam sarvatattvair vishuddham.
Jnatva devam muchyate sarvapapaihi.
Jnatva devam muchyate sarvapapaihi.
Pashaihi, papaihi, okay. Sarvapapaihi. Yadatmatattvena tu brahmatattvam.
Yadatmatattvena tu brahmatattvam.
Deepopameneha yuktah prapashyet.
Deepopameneha yuktah prapashyet.
Ajam dhruvam sarvatattvair vishuddham.
Ajam dhruvam sarvatattvair vishuddham.
Jnatva devam muchyate sarvapapaihi.
Jnatva devam muchyate sarvapapaihi.
Pashaihi is also okay, papaihi is also okay. Era pasha idar tane papa baradu. Okay. Yuktaha means the mind of a sadhaka or the yogi. Yuktaha brahmatattvam prapashyet, main sentence. The purified mind of a sadhaka enables him to see that brahmatattvam prapashyet. He can see that brahmatattvam, the absolute reality, as himself was what? Atmatatvena tu brahmatattvam. Yad atmatatvena tu brahmatattvam prapashyet. He can see that he is Brahman. The only way of seeing Brahman is how? Huh? You cannot see Brahman outside. There is only one way of seeing Brahman. How? What is the way?
Aham Brahmasmi.
Seeing Brahman means claiming Brahman. There is no other way. And when you say Aham Brahmasmi Tvam Brahma, Aham Brahma, what is that I? That I has to be Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha Avastatraya Sakshihi Panchakosha Vilakshanaha Satchidananda Swarupasan Yatteshtati Sa Atma Iti Shvetaketo Anta Nasikastha Ashte Atma Bodha Alla sorry Tattva Bodha So claiming, knowing Brahman is only in one form, claiming as me, myself. When I say I, this I is not the body, mind, sense complex. I take the help of body, mind, sense complex to claim I am not the body, mind, sense complex. I use to only for claiming but not for attaching myself. Very important. Yad Atma Tattvena tu Brahma Tattvam. So no looking outside. Claim yourself as Brahman and be free. That is why this mantra is very important. Do not be satisfied with yoga. Come to Jnanam. Deepopameneha. Deepam upameneha. Upamaha. A comparison is given. Deepa means what? That which is compared to the self-effulgent light. Like that, his knowledge should be. This Atma Tattvam or Atma Jnanam is compared to a light. The once he knows his true identity, it is Jyotihi. Jyotihi here means not the flame. The Jnanam is Jyotihi here. Whenever you hear the word Jyotihi in the Upanishad, it is knowledge. Don't look for a light inside your body. Okay? That Jyotihi means it is a revelation through thought form. I am Brahman is a thought which is getting revealed. And what is the nature of me? My Ajam, we have seen. This Atma is birthless, Dhruvam, changeless. Sarva Tattvair Vishuddham. Sarva Tattvaihi means this Atma Tattvam, which is my real nature, can never be contaminated by anything else. Vishuddham. Tattva here means contamination. Any outside particle cannot contaminate me, the Atma, or I, the Atma. This Atma cannot be contaminated by Panchakoshas. This Atma cannot be contaminated by Panchapranas. This Atma cannot be contaminated by Panchaprana. Panchakosha, Panchaprana, Panchajnanendriyani, Panchakarmendriyani. What did I leave? Panchamahabhutas. Just as space can never be contaminated. Because space is pure, space can accommodate contamination, impurities. Just because I am pure Atma, I can accommodate impurities. This person says I am pure, my mind is pure. Adana enna pannadum? Ukar, kandu moodu. Ukand, koopdu. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Narayana, 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 Narayana. Vitthala, 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 Vitthala. Koopdu. ಅದು ವಿಠ್ಠಲ ವಿಠ್ಠಲ ಅಂತ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೊಡಿಬೇಕು ಹ್ಯಾಮರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು. You are pure by yourself. Why should we say I am impure? Impurity belongs to body, mind, sense complex. You can accommodate the impurity. If you are also impure, you cannot accommodate impurity. Think. That doesn't mean that you should go into adharma. Ama, na impure da. Body mind தானே impure. சரி என்ன வேணாலும் சாப்பிட்றேன், எதை வேணாலும் பண்ணுறேன் அப்படி சொல்லக்கூடாது. If you are impure, you will not have an thought of being impurity, because everything you will see is purity only. That purity is Brahman. All these are important. understand my sentences very clearly. All the Nama Japas, Stotra Parayanas, temple visits, everything is important. To what extent is the question mark? That you should only fill the blanks. So, ajam dhruvam sarva tattvair vishuddham jnatva. See, you are a yogi. I will sit for 8 to 10 hours of yoga abhyasa. Did you get aham brahmasmi jnanam? Here it says jnatva. May you know. Jnatva devam. After knowing this true nature, sarva pashaihi sarva papaihi muchyate. All the punyas and the papa cannot contaminate me because I am the Ananda Swarupa. Punya also cannot contaminate, papa also cannot contaminate. Very important mantra. Next. Esho hadevah pradishodu sarvaha.
Esho hadeva pradishonu sarvaha.
Pradishonu sarvaha.
Pradishonu sarvaha.
Purvo hajatas saugarbhe antaha.
Purvo hajatas sagarbhe antaha.
Sa eva jatas janishyamanaha.
Saeva jatas janishyamanaha.
Pratyanjanastishtati sarvato mukaha.
Pratyanjanastishtati sarvato mukaha.
Esho hadevah pradishodu sarvaha.
Esho hadeva pradishonu sarvaha.
Purvo hajatas saugarbhe antaha.
Purvo hajatas saugarbhe antaha.
Sa eva jatas janishyamanaha.
Saeva jatas janishyamanaha.
Pratyanjanastishtati sarvato mukaha.
Pratyanjanastishtati sarvato mukaha.
Pratyak. Parak means outside. Pratyak means inside. Pratyak janastishtati. Last line. Inside every being, janastishtati means in every human being or in every living being, pratyaka inside, janastishtati, this Brahma is available as Atma Tattvam. This Brahma means what? Brahma Tattvena to Atma Tattvam. We have to take it from previous mantra. In every being, this Brahma as substratum is available in me as Atma Tattvam, the consciousness principle, Prajnanam Brahma. Where all it is available? Yeshoha Devaha. This Atma alone is everything. Yeshaha. You can show this Yeshaha to everybody. Yeshaha, Yeshaha, Tvam, Yeshaha. Yeshaha means this. Yeshoha Devaha. This Atma Tattvam is available in every living being, and it is pervading in every direction also. Pradishonu sarvaha. Pradishaha. Dishaha means direction. 8 or 10 directions this Atma Tattvam is seen everywhere. 4 directions, primary directions, 4 secondary directions, 2 secondary directions. East, west, north, south, primary directions. Northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest, secondary directions. Urdhva, up, adaha, down. Everywhere. Dashadik. This Atma, Esha Eva Atmaha. Devaha means effulgent one. This Atma, which is in the form of self-effulgent, is pervaded in all the directions, in and out. And he is nothing but Hiranyagarbha also. Purvoha Jataha. Jataha, firstborn. Who was the firstborn? Hiranyagarbha, Chaturmukha Brahma. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮುಂಡಕ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ ಪೂರ್ವೋಹ ಜಾತಃ ಮುಂಡಕ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ पूर्वोह जातः. फर्स्ट मंत्र ब्रह्मा देवानां प्रथमः संभवोव विश्वस्य कर्ता
भुवनस्य भोक्ता सब्रह्म विद्यां ब्रह्म विद्या प्रतिष्ठा.
फर्स्ट मंत्र ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಮುಂಡಕ ಉಪನಿಷತ್. ಅದ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಜ್ಞಾನನಿಷ್ಠ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಪೂರ್ವೋಹ ಜಾತಃ ನಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಅದೇ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. If you do only Mundaka Upanishad, we can know. If you do Katha, if you do Prashna, we will get confused. You say do one Upanishad, we will memorize and we can tell. After 10 years also, you should do only Mundaka Upanishad. Then we will know. If you do change, we will know. Purvo Hajata. This Hiranyagarbha or Chaturmukha Brahma or whatever you call, is also this Yeshaha Atma, Yesha Devaha. The Hiranyagarbha is also Atma, none other than Atma. Sau Garbhe Antaha. In all the Garbhini strees, the babies is also Atma. Sau Garbhe Antaha. Inside the pregnant woman, the babies which is ready to come out, that is also Atma. Sa eva jataha. All the living beings which is born is Atma. Sa janishyamanaha. That babies which will be born in future date is also Atma. Tasmat Atma eva sarvaha. Atma is everything. Amele. Then you should fill up the blanks. Tasmat, therefore, this Jivatma, this Brahman is available in every Sharira as Atma. Amele. This Atma is everything. Then what is the next statement? I am the Atma who is in everything. ಅದು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಆಮ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಆತ್ಮ ಇಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಆಮ ತೆರೆಯೋದು ನೀ ನಾ ಬಿಡುಗು என்னோட லைஃப் போயிடுச்சு, என்னை விட்டு கேளு. எத்தனை நாளைக்கு அந்த எண்ணம் இருக்குமோ அத்தனை நாளைக்கு நான்கு ஜந்து தான். ஆமாம் சுவாமி, அந்த ஜந்து ஆத்மா தானே, அது உங்களுக்கு புரியறதா? புரிஞ்சா ஓகே. நெக்ஸ்ட் மந்த்ரா. born, unborn, will be born, everything is Atma alone. அந்த ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಯೋ ದೇವೋ ಅಗ್ನೋ ಯೋ ಅಪ್ಸುಹು.
ಯೋ ದೇವೋ ಅಗ್ನೌ ಯೋ ಅಪ್ಸುಹು.
ಯೋ ವಿಶ್ವಂ ಭುವನಾವಿವೇಶ.
ಯೋ ವಿಶ್ವಂ ಭುವನಾವಿವೇಶ.
ಯ ಓಷಧೀಷು ಯೋ ವನಸ್ಪತಿಷು.
ಯ ಓಷಧೀಷು ಯೋ ವನಸ್ಪತಿಷು.
ತಸ್ಮೈ ದೇವಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಮಃ.
ತಸ್ಮೈ ದೇವಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಮಃ.
ಯೋ ದೇವೋ ಅಗ್ನವ್ಯೋ ಅಪ್ಸುಹು.
ಯೋ ದೇವೋ ಅಗ್ನೌ ಯೋ ಅಪ್ಸುಹು.
ಯೋ ವಿಶ್ವಂ ಭುವನಾಮಾವಿಶೇಷ.
ಯೋ ವಿಶ್ವಂ ಭುವನಾವಿಶೇಷ.
ಯ ಓಷಧೀಷು ಯೋ ವನಸ್ಪತಿಷು.
ಯ ಓಷಧೀಷು ಯೋ ವನಸ್ಪತಿಷು.
ತಸ್ಮೈ ದೇವಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಮಃ.
ತಸ್ಮೈ ದೇವಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಮಃ.
The Upanishad or the Rishi is prostrating, doing namaskara to
Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva, all pervading Atma.
All pervading Atma Tattva. ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ? ಪಂಚಭೂತಾಸ. The Upanishad or the Rishi is doing namaskara to Deva, that is self-effulgent. He is doing namaskara to
Self.
His own self.
After 5 wrong answers, 6th one will be always correct. He is doing namaskara to himself. ಇವಾಗ ತಾನೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ತಾನೆ, ಆತ್ಮ ಇಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆತ್ಮ. ಅದು ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅದು ಪರ ಅಲ್ಲಿನೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. There is one, I think in Ashtavakra Gita, I think I had told many years back, there is a quote of Gurudev with the photo. In the Ashtavakra Gita old edition, if you have, Gurudev is sitting in the asan, easy cozy chair asan, and he is doing namaskara to his own pada. In the Ashtavakra, there this mantra is there. In Ashtavakra also that mantra comes and he quotes this mantra there. And his namaskara will be to his own pada. The Atma is doing namaskara to himself to show that Atma Tattvam is Devaha available as self-effulgent Swayam Pratyakshaha, Swayam Prakashaha in Agnihi, in Apsuhu waters, in Vishwam, in the entire Vishwam. That Vishwam is Bhuvana Avivesha. This Atma Tattvam is fully pervaded, penetrated in Apsuhu, in Agnihi, in short, in Panchabhutas, in the entire Vishwam. What is the proof, Swami? If you ask, what is the proof if Atma is penetrated, all pervasive in every Jantu? Then we have to ask, what is the proof? Show me the proof of gold in golden ornament. I can understand, yes, gold is all pervasive in golden ornament. But I cannot see that Brahma or Atma is all pervasive in Jivas, especially in the one whom I hate, especially the one whom I am not comfortable being with, especially the one whom I don't like to see that person alone, not even have a conversation. Can you say that Atma is there? No, Swami. Let us close this chapter today. Let us do some Purana Grantha Adhyayanam, where the Leela Vaibhavam of Bhagavan or Bhagavati is so nicely highlighted, the sari, the ornaments. Let us enjoy that Leela Vaibhavam so that ignorance be very thick, maintained in the Shariam. This accepting our enemy as Atma is too tough. Not possible. Accepting the spouse in the house as Atma, oh my God, it's a grave mistake I can do in my life. Entire Vishwam, you cannot say, I am the Atma, she is Atma or he is Atma. I alone am. There is no he, she. That he, she is only reflecting. It is only appearing. If that is the case, Swami, we cannot do Vyavaharam. Who told you to do Vyavaharam? இப்போதான் நமக்கு அது புரியறது 80 வயசுல. இப்போதான் புரியறது இல்லையா? சும்மா இருப்பேடா ஆகாது. வெளியில போங்க. Transaction, Swami, economy. What will you answer? Economy, monthly income, loan, mithyara. To that extent, it is all mithya. Mithya means what? It is not lie, it is not false. It is not that it doesn't exist. It exists as long as you give reality to it. You are the reality giver to it. So, show me the gold in golden ornaments. It is all pervasive, penetrating in and through. Since similarly, this Atma Tattvam is in the Panchamahabhutas, is in the Jiva Rashis, everywhere. May you learn to see that as your own reflection. Ya Oshadishu, in every plant, in every vegetable, you are only seeing that Atma Tattvam. In capsicum, Swami. In capsicum, which is my favorite dish, I am seeing only Atma Tattvam. Avlaki capsicum ಹಾಕಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ತಿನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ? Ya Oshadishu, Yaha Vanaspatishu. Vanaspatihi, in the big trees. It is Atma is seen in big trees. Tasmai Devaya Namo Namaha. To that effulgent, self-evident Atma is my namaskara. I do my own namaskara. First namaskara should be outside and it has to come to inside. Religious life is doing namaskara outside. Spiritual life is doing namaskara to me. Dasoham there, soham here. Hege ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Dasoham, soham. ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Every ananda which I derive from the sense pleasures is my own ananda. We make a joke or we eat a sweet, that sweet or that joke, that comfortable thought is not in the sweet or in the joke. It is in the Atma Tattvam which is reflected in that Vastu. A beautiful dish, a spicy beautiful dish with lot of spicy and lot of alva. That when you enjoy, when you congratulate the cook, you have made a beautiful dish, so nice it is. We have to congratulate because he has put lot of efforts. இல்லைன்னா நாளைக்கு நமக்கு சாப்பாடு கிடைக்காது. அவருக்கு அதை கங்க்ராச்சுலேட் பண்ணால் அவருக்கு அது ஒரு நாளைக்கு அப்படியே வச்சுக்கலாம் அவர். ஆனால் அது என்னுடைய ஆத்ம தத்துவத்துலேருந்து ஆனந்தம் வராது. சிம்பிள். நான் சூப்பராக பண்ணிருக்கேன், சூப்பராக பண்ணிருக்கேன் இப்படியெல்லாம் சொல்லுவான். நான் சூப்பராக பண்ணிருக்கேன், ஏன் ಬದನೆಕಾಯಿ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದಾನೆ ಬರೋದು. But we have to tell them so that they are in their own ignorance. We will get food அப்படியே. So everything is that Atma Tattvam itself. There is no Vishayananda, only Brahmananda. In and through Brahmananda, Vishayananda is only highlighted. Actually, Brahmananda should be highlighted. Anyways, with this, second chapter is over. With this, Shvetashvatara Upanishad is over. From tomorrow, a boring session starts. Third chapter, it is like a test match. We will see like T20 and complete it. Because same idea, now only you got bold, right? 14, 15, 16, 17. Because if it was Mutra Murisha Marpam, Alolupatvam, that is all nice. See Brahma there, see Atma here, in water you see, in tree you see. Same idea comes in next 80 mantras. Imagine the samsara. In 113 mantras, 70 to 80 mantras, same idea will come. So as a test match, we will see in T20 and complete. From third chapter, we will see from tomorrow. I will give only the brief meaning there, not explanation, because explanation is done. Maybe in the maximum 3 to 4 days, we can finish this Upanishad. Om Sham Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamudachyate